Welcome to Rome. Rome is one of the most popular tourist destinations, not just in Europe, but the entire world. On today's episode of AndyAllOver, I'm going to walk you through how to maximize 3 days in this incredible city. From historic sites, great restaurants, to travel tips, I've got you covered. Let's get to it. Your first day in Rome will be your arrival day, and we are going to see the historic Roman Colosseum. If you buy tickets without a guide, they'll run about 16 euros a person. We did opt to hire a guide named Katia, and she did a great job exploring all of the history of the Colosseum and the Roman Empire. The Colosseum is one of the most popular sites to visit in the world, so I'd strongly encourage you to book tickets in advance if you're traveling during the summer. In peak season, you may need to book at least several weeks or possibly even a month or more ahead of time. After checking out the Colosseum, you should head over to see the Roman Forum, which is essentially a ruin site of former government buildings from the Roman Empire time. After exploring the Colosseum and Roman Forum, we headed over to a really great wine bar called Il Goccetto in the Ponte neighborhood for aperitivo, where we had some great wines, meats and cheeses, and other snacks. Now it's time for day 2 of our Roman itinerary. Today we are going to Vatican City to see the Vatican and the Sistine Chapel. The same rules apply here as the Colosseum. You're likely going to want to book your tickets well in advance. Tickets to the Vatican cost 17 euros, and it's well worth it, as St. Peter's Basilica is one of the most beautiful churches in the world. After visiting the Basilica, you'll want to make sure you see the Sistine Chapel, which is one of Michelangelo's most influential works of art. Unfortunately, photo and video are not allowed in the Sistine Chapel, so you'll just have to see it for yourself. After seeing the Vatican, there's a really great place to grab lunch or dinner nearby called Ristorante Arlu. They had a great wine selection, some really delicious meat and pasta dishes, and naturally the lunch had to be topped off with some tiramisu and limoncello. After lunch, we went back to the Airbnb to relax for a bit before going out to dinner at Ristorante Giuli. I've been to Giuli several times due to the incredible warmth from the owner and waitstaff. It's also right down the street from a really popular hostel called the Yellow Hostel, which has a great bar if you're looking to meet fellow travelers. This night was particularly energetic at Ristorante Giuli's, as it was New Year's Eve and they had whipped out the karaoke machine. After a solid round of dinner and karaoke, we finished the night celebrating the new year properly by grabbing some street beers and watching fireworks. After that, we snagged a late night pizza, and it was time to get some rest before starting our third and final day in Rome. It's day 3 and our last day in Rome, and today we're going to start the day with lunch in the Trestavere neighborhood. Trestavere is on the western side of the Tiber River and is a great neighborhood to check out and get away from the main tourist areas on the eastern side of the river. We had an awesome lunch at a great restaurant called Tonnarello, which had amazing focaccia bread, appetizers, and pasta dishes. After spending some more time in Trestavere, we took a nice long walk over to the Trevi Fountain, which is another super popular site to see in Rome. It's almost guaranteed to be packed with selfie takers, so just make sure to be prepared that you're gonna have to wait for a spot to get your picture. After the Trevi Fountain, we walked over to the Spanish Steps and took in the crowds of tourists and locals alike wandering the streets of Rome. Now it was time for some gelato, which is a great way to stay cool after spending a warm day walking around Rome. After a nice long day exploring a few different areas of Rome, you're going to be thinking about what to get for dinner. I'd recommend Bernini Ristorante, which is located on the Piazza Navona, a really cool plaza with different restaurants and bars. You could choose to either sit inside or on the terrace and enjoy delicious Roman dishes like cacio e pepe, along with great Italian wines. Don't forget to check out La Fontana del Moro afterwards, which is also on the Piazza Navona, as it's worth stopping by. Guys, that's all I got for you. Hopefully this video helps give you an idea as to how you could spend 3 full days in Rome. Rome is a massive city, and you could spend much longer than 3 days here checking out all of the history in different neighborhoods, but with this 3-day itinerary, you'll knock out a lot of the main tourist sites and check out some great restaurants along the way. Next time on AndyAllOver, we'll be covering a 3-day itinerary for Florence, Italy, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a beat. See you next time.